Sorry, can you just make way for our video? Right, we'll start off with a few questions to the official site and then we'll open it up. Yeah. Well, Sol, 2-0 victory on your Moss Rose debut. Sum the game up for us.
I think for us, we had a good attitude. The weather obviously wasn't the best. We had to really kind of make sure we right pass and knockdowns and keep the ball moving, not too much in the air. We had to really watch ourselves because you just never know on these kind of windy, wet afternoons. But the lads put in a great shift. I think for me, started to respond with how I want to play. It was a good performance. Obviously, there were a couple of moments that we said to ourselves, just got away with that. But overall, we kind of really controlled the game. We need to play a little bit more in certain scenarios, and that will come with confidence.
Other than the lights at half time, did the weather affect the game in terms of out there or on the pitch?
Well, obviously, yeah, of course it's going to affect it because it's windy, it's raining, it's blowy. You just got to get on with it. It's the same for both teams. I think for me personally, I just wish we played a little bit more, especially second half when we were against the wind. Obviously, once you kick the ball up in the air, it's anybody's game. So we just needed to kind of keep the ball on the ground a little bit more, especially when we had the moments to kind of get our head up and play the right ball.
You've asked your team to be more clinical in front of goal. Well, a strike from Elliot just before half time. Yeah,
that's a fantastic strike. He took it early, great volley or half volley. That's what we need. We need guys to really go for it and seize the opportunity. And if you don't shoot, you don't score, you don't win, you don't buy the ticket, you don't win the lottery. But great goal went in for us and got us going. We had a couple of chances before that. I think Keller had a great header, kind of headed it onto the ground. I think it's coming, but obviously confidence is growing. But confidence takes time, and definitely it takes time to harden. And once it's hardened, that's through kind of clarity in how we want to play. And it takes time, but we're getting there. We've got enough games to go. We just got to keep on fighting. Everything's a cup final. We just got to keep on going, really.
You mentioned about confidence as a striker. Confidence comes through scoring goals, and as such, great to see Harry Smith get on the score sheet. Yeah,
great header. He's worked really, really hard today. Put a fantastic shift in, held the ball up, got some good kind of free kicks, just got in and around the Crawley defence. And obviously we got rewarded for it. It was a great header into the corner, fantastic, first time reverse cross in by Rose, and it nestled into the bottom. That's what I want. That's a great cross, great header, great goal. That's the kind of football we need to kind of play all the time.
Another element, boost of confidence. That's one goal conceded in the last 4 league games now. That's going to be something you're happy with.
Yeah. If you put in Newcastle there, we lost on pens, but that was a good game as well. But for us, I think we're starting to be more solid at the back. Don't get carried away. We still have to do the right things. I think but that comes in confidence. If you get a solid base, solid foundation, then you can build on that.
And just finally from me, the fans today, they've gone home absolutely freezing cold, but with a smile on their face.
Yeah, it's great for the fans to turn up because it was pretty cold out there and windy. So all the fans have turned up. Fantastic for turning up, and we're glad that you can have a nice weekend.
So you've played at the highest level. Is this a big culture shock dropping down to the foot of League 2, your first management job?
I think for me it's all about a learning process and developing and making sure this job is right. And there's some good players out there. I think for me, you look at up and down the league. There's some teams that are playing football. So we want to be one of those clubs. And for me, dropping down here. It's my first job. I want to get on with it. I want to kind of play how I want to play. So that's the main thing, really. It's not like I'm looking at the whole league. and saying it's League Two. For me, it's football, football, and we need to win. We need to get up. You know, there's a real thing there. It's not like, you know, Mickey Mouse football. This is real time football with people, you know, with players and fans and the whole club, that, you know, this club needs to stay up, and that's what we're doing. So I think for me, saying it's League Two is a little bit kind of, you know, harsh on it. I see it as football.
Yeah. Have you been pleasantly surprised by the players you've got in your squad?
Yeah, I think for me, players who've come in or who have come back from injury is pleasing to see. I think for me, a lot of the guys were probably, their pre-season was neglected. Everyone's saying that they didn't really have a pre-season. I think if you don't have that, it's really difficult to kind of get a solid base and go from there. I'm trying to implement, you know, that type of fitness work in between the games so they get stronger, because a lot of the guys who've come in from injury, they've not had a fitness program, and you know, it's absolutely bonkers, you know, because you need that fitness program, you know, within the season to get stronger, to get fitter, to get faster, just to make sure that you're at your full capacity. And so I had to kind of, I'm doing that at the same time and sorting out the system and getting them to play how I want, and that's what it's all about, you know. It's kind of, it is what it is. Roll the C's up and get on with it.
Yeah, and you saw those changes with a great performance, because they needed that in the second half against that swirling wind.
Yeah, and you know, obviously Crawley was coming up, and we had kind of a few hairy moments. But they, you know, you need that. You need to kind of. For me, that will give the lads great confidence, because they've got through that game against the wind, against a team that was kind of pushing on, and you kind of had to watch yourself as well. That will give them good confidence and a great confidence, and they can build on that. We're not there yet. No, we need to keep on working and working and working, but it's getting there. You know, we can't lose sight of it. We're at the bottom, and we've got to get off the bottom, and we've got to get momentum. And hopefully, this game will get us on that kind of path of momentum.
Yeah, and you're confident going into the Christmas period, because you can get a lot of points in a short space of time and really make strides.
Yeah, but you've got to be conscious of the whole squad needs to be used. It's less training and more kind of recovery. So you've got to get it right as well. You know, you've got to utilise everybody, but also make sure that, you know, the team that goes out is strong enough to win the game.
Yeah. Is it any different to what you thought it would be managing a club like Macclesfield Town?
For me, it's football. So yes, you know, the players are the players. I think they're a great bunch of lads. There's some really good quality in there. I think for me, it's just about getting them up to speed. Everybody up to speed and understanding how I want to play football. You know, I love to play football in the right moments, in the right areas on the pitch. I think they've just got to understand that, and that's going to come with training every week and what I demand of them. I think me demanding more of them, I think, is good, because they can see how far they can go, and that's what it's all about. And you know, we've got a fight on our hands, and you know, I want fighters who can play football at the same time and understand that, you know, we want to kind of get off the bottom and get a momentum going. So it's not, you know, a cultural shock or things like that. For me, it's football. There's some great lads in the squad, so we just got to continue working, really.
Another home game next up as well against Port Vale. Is at home where you're looking to take most of your points? I know you want to win every game, but at home you're going to try and make this a fortress again? I think
that's what it's all about, really, making it into a fortress. You know, confidence, you know, this one will do the lads a world of good, and we've got to, you know, make our home a fortress. You've got to say, you know, be on the front foot. We've got to kind of, you know, oppose ourselves and make sure we're dominant in the possession and dominant in areas. So that's what it's all about, really. Really, for us to stay up and move up the league, we'll have to win our home games, and then nick some wins, nick some draws on the road.
You said in your introductory press conference your phone would be ringing hot ahead of the transfer window, trying to get maybe strengthen the squad. With January coming, has there been any more progress on that?
I think for me, yes, it's normal. I think every single manager is in this position that they get phone calls from as far as way of around the world, and I've got this player, I've got that player. I'm not no different really. So obviously I will look to strengthen the squad. Or try to strengthen the squad. It will depend on budget. It depends on a lot of things. But I would like to be in a position that at least I can look for, say, 2, 3, 4 players to come in.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Phil.
Thank you. Cheers.